Have you ever had to seriously choose between paying your rent this month or maxing out your credit card for a new graphics card? If the answer is yes, you are definitely not the only one losing your mind over PC hardware prices in 2026. A decent mid-range GPU nowadays will easily wipe out your entire savings. But what if you could unbox a brand new factory-sealed graphics card that actually promises ray tracing and DLSS support for exactly $110? Sounds like a textbook online scam, right? I thought so too until I finally held it in my own hands. And today we're going to see if this mystery card can actually hit 1000 FPS in-game. Is this the ultimate cheat code for gamers, or did I just throw money out the window for an expensive lesson? Let's find out right now. Welcome to the entity known as PC Win Max. Before we plug this thing in and gamble on whether it hits 1000 FPS or literally detonates a bomb on my desk, let me explain how this sketchy looking box ended up here. It all started when I was scrolling through the internet hunting for a brand new factory sealed GPU at an illegally cheap price. My first stop was eBay. Now that place is the ultimate digital flea market. You can find literally anything there. But there's a catch. If you want it cheap on this marketplace, it's going to be heavily used. Or worse, a crusty, rusty paperweight marked as for parts or not working. Normally, I love messing around with junk like that, but not this time. I wanted that fresh factory smell on a budget, and my wallet just wasn't having it. So, yeah, goodbye flea market, we are not a match. Next, I tried my luck with Walmart. Sounds weird, right? Because normally, people go there for diapers or milk. But apparently, some random third-party seller thought, hey, if someone is buying a 24-pack of toilet paper and a frozen pizza, they might also want a sketchy GPU from 2016. Well, nobody buys PC parts at a grocery store. Let's get out of here before I accidentally buy a toaster instead. So I turned to Amazon, the safest place on the internet, but safety never comes cheap. Major brands like Asus, Gigabyte, or MSI are way too expensive for my $100 budget. I tried digging for some obscure off-brand names, hoping they'd be cheaper, and oh boy, look what I found. A GT 730 with 4 gigabytes of VRAM from a brand called K3 for $90. Are you kidding me? $90 for a card that gets outperformed by a smart refrigerator, or a Maxon RX 550 for over $100. The names are weird and the prices are still not low enough. I needed something more aggressive. At this point, I realized I had to change my strategy. If I wanted something brand new and dirt cheap, I had to dive into the world of Chinese OEM, where they resurrect dead chips and make them look brand new. And when you think of budget Chinese marketplaces, Temu is probably the first name that pops up. They have everything there except actual credibility for PC hardware. Look at this. I found a MSI GTX 1650 here for $459. Inside an image so blurry, it looks like it was captured by a security camera from 1995. It screams online scam. Come on, Temu, I want to shop like a billionaire, not a sucker. Completely stuck, I went straight to the homeland of Chinese OEMs, AliExpress. After just a few minutes of searching, boom, a graphics card popped up with everything I needed. A PC Win Max new GeForce GTX 1063 gigabytes. Damn, PC Win Max. Sounds cool, but I bet you've never heard of that name in your entire life. It claims to be a factory outlet 100% new with free shipping and only $109. Well, closer to $110 to be exact. A card promising 1000 FPS for dirt cheap. Too good to pass up? Is it a fake or some kind of scam? Honestly, I've never bought a GPU from a nameless company like this before. Out of curiosity, I looked them up online. The information was actually clear. They aren't a major brand, but at least knowing the manufacturer exists gave me some peace of mind. If we get lucky, this could be the ultimate budget bargain. If not, well, consider that money a tuition fee for a very expensive lesson. I took a deep breath and hit buy. After 9 long days of waiting, the package arrived from the other side of the world. And man, this box design is weird. It features a literal angry tiger on it, which makes zero sense. But the absolute wildest part, the box casually claims to support ray tracing and DLSS. Wait, what? Why does an older generation GTX 1060 have modern features? What kind of black magic is this? Inside, we get basic foam, an anti-static bag, and a driver installation CD. Seriously, who even uses optical drives anymore? Taking the card out, it actually looks decent. Brand new, clean, with a standard dual fan design and a single 6-pin connector. The only branding is 2 stickers on the fans. Compared to my dead Gigabyte 1060, they're about the same size. The WinMax looks newer but feels way cheaper. Flip it over and the back is completely bare. No backplate, just a made in China sticker. The build quality is as basic as it gets, but for this price, it's a pretty interesting start. For the I/O ports, we have 1 DVI, 1 HDMI, and literally 3 display ports. What the hell? That is way too generous for a $100 card. And it gets better. Look inside, there are actually 2 real copper heat pipes. Seriously, I thought they'd just throw in a cheap block of aluminum, but they actually built a proper cooling setup. Alright, I'm officially impressed, but let's not forget that sketchy Tiger box proudly promising ray tracing and DLSS on a GTX 1060. That sounds like a total scam, and I'm gonna find out the truth right now, so I'm throwing it into this very manly pink PC of mine. Just to be absolutely clear though, it's not Hello Kitty, it's just pure masculine pink. Let's take this old GPU out, make some room for the new guy, and let's pray it doesn't explode. Oh, there we go, it actually displays an image, man, huge relief. At least I know I didn't just buy a useless piece of metal from halfway across the world. Let's do a quick spec check. We're running an i5-12400F and 16 gigs of dual channel RAM, more than enough to easily handle a 1060. And I'm honestly surprised, Windows instantly auto-detected the drivers for this strange card. Fortunately, I didn't have to waste hours searching through sketchy Chinese forums just to get it to work. That's already a major win. Now looking at GPU Z, all the specs look completely normal and match a real GTX 1060. But there is absolutely no ray tracing here. The whole marketing hype on that Tiger box was a total lie. It turns out the manufacturer just uses this generic packaging for multiple different cards. That's why there's no specific product name printed on the front. Just a small sticker on the side that reads GTX 1063 GD5. Alright, so it was just a marketing misunderstanding. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty happy with what we've got, but can this mutant card actually handle gaming, or is it gonna crash? Let's go. First up is CS2, a pretty hardware-heavy shooter. With medium settings at 1080p, we're hovering right around 200 FPS. Pretty impressive for a no-name card to play a fast-paced shooter comfortably. I tried overclocking it a bit, which gave us a few extra frames, but hitting 1000 FPS on this game is just impossible. Over to Fortnite on performance mode at 1080p, we stayed above 200 FPS most of the time. Plenty of frames to react quickly without any disadvantage. But based on this, I'm not even going to dream about overclocking this thing to reach 1000 FPS here, my friend. It's just not happening. Now, let's test a massive hardware melting AAA title, Cyberpunk 2077. On low settings, the card runs surprisingly stable at over 80 FPS with temperatures staying cool under 70 degrees Celsius. I pushed a quick overclock and we bumped it up to over 90 FPS. For a legendary AAA game like Cyberpunk, this is absolutely playable. Seriously, for a brand new $100 card shipped from halfway across the world, I'm thoroughly impressed, but still, we are nowhere near our 1000 FPS goal. Things are looking a bit tough. Modern games are just absolute resource hogs, and with this 1060 hitting 1000 frames seemed like a distant dream. Alright, time for the secret weapon, Minecraft. I'm running version 1.2, 1.5 with Fabric. At 32 chunks on fancy settings, we're getting over 100 frames per second. Completely playable, not bad at all, but still way too far from our target. So I decided to go absolute bare minimum and drop the render distance straight down to 2 chunks. Hey, look at that, we're instantly over 1000 FPS. Wait, is this challenge really that easy? No, I'm not stopping here. This feels too easy and I want more. Let's throw an overclock on it and boom. 1400 FPS. Okay, now it's getting interesting. I'm getting pretty hyped here. Let's tank every single setting in the game to the absolute lowest. I look up at the sky, not quite at 1,500 yet. Let's move to a different area. And there it is, 1,500 frames per second. Holy shit. This $100 card actually just hit 1,500 frames. We completely crushed the original goal. Well, bloody done, buddy.